Sapphire is the blue variety of the mineral corundum. It's also an aluminium oxide, and its magical blue color is due to two coloring elements, namely iron and titanium. And actually, we need a combination of those two elements to get the blue color. Now, corundum can actually come in every color. It can be blue, then we call it a sapphire, but it can also be red, then we call it a ruby. And sometimes, in very rare occasions, it can come into a subtle pink to orange color, and then we call it a paparacha. For all the other colors of sapphires, we talk about fancy colored sapphires. And that would be our green sapphire, our yellow sapphire, our orange sapphire, pink, purple, etc. We can even have black and white sapphires when colorless. The white sapphire would be the purest form of corundum. Now, regarding the associations that have been made with sapphire, the blue variety alone, we find this gemstone strongly linked to heaven and the sky, but also the sea and the ocean as a direct connection to its blue color. Now, in the Middle Ages, sapphires were also a lot and commonly worn by people from the church, as they believed that the blue color of the sapphire was a direct reflection of heaven. Sapphire has also been used quite a lot in engagement rings as a symbol of sincerity, faithfulness, but above all, loyalty. Now, this association has been reinforced in 1981 when Prince Charles gave a sapphire to Princess Diana as their engagement ring. More recently, in 2010, the same sapphire has been passed from Prince William to Kate Middleton, repopularizing once again the iconic romance that has been associated to sapphire.
Sapphires are found on all 5 continents, even in Europe and in Antarctica. Geologically, sapphires can be differentiated into 2 groups, magmatic and metamorphic sapphires. Important magmatic sapphires are from Australia, from Cambodia, from Thailand, from Kenya, Madagascar, and Montana in the USA. Commercially, metamorphic sapphires are of higher importance. The most important localities for metamorphic sapphires are in Mogok, Burma, today Myanmar, in Sri Lanka, Madagascar, and Vietnam. But one legendary deposit is missing now, and I mean Kashmir. Kashmir produced also metamorphic sapphires, but it stopped producing a long time ago. The deposits can be separated into 2 main groups, primary and secondary deposits. In primary deposits, sapphires are still sitting in the host rock where they grew. Mining can be very expensive, as removing the sapphires or the crystals from the host rock is quite difficult. Additionally, the variety of quality is very large, from heavily fractured sapphires, which cannot be used as gemstones, to very fine qualities. The other group are secondary deposits. When the host rock is exposed to the surface, weathering can happen and minerals break down or are washed away by rivers and streams. Sapphires are chemically very stable and also physically. So during the weathering process, low-quality sapphires break down and to smaller pieces, and the better qualities, they survive. And they are concentrated in areas in rivers like gold. Today, most commercial important sapphire deposits are of secondary deposits, as they are easier to mine and the gemstones are of higher quality than in primary deposits.
The term royal blue has been formed for sapphires, blue sapphires that are coming from the Mogok district in Burma. These sapphires, or say the top quality range of the sapphires that are coming from that area, they show a very saturated color, especially in the Asian markets, but over time also in the market worldwide became very sought after. So the term royal blue is defined by the Gübelin Gem Lab as exhibiting this certain type of color. It must not be too dark, so the tone must be medium only, the saturation must be very good, and the color must be very evenly distributed over the stone. It's also important that there's absolutely no indications of any heat treatment, so or any other treatment that a stone might be subjected to. And we already know that most of the sapphires indeed are treated, but if such a stone wants to qualify for the term royal blue, it must not have any kind of treatment.